Hey, want to welcome everybody on the online community back here with us. So today we tried going live with our friends, the Alfaros in Nicaragua, and out of nowhere, their internet went berserk, our system went berserk, everything went crazy. But we're going to press through because we believe in this project so much.
We must be on to something if
we
we're facing
are on
this
to
much
something.
opposition.
Right. For those of you that were trying to watch the live, we want to just take a moment, put that aside, and we want to start over pre-recorded with our friends and to tell you a little bit about their story. But first, let's welcome them.
We got Nathan and Christine Alfaro in Nicaragua from the office of Casa de Mi Gloria.
Casa de Mi Gloria.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm always
Nathan and Christine.
Thank you. Thank you. It is so great to be here with you guys and all of the folks that are watching.
Yeah. And hey, go ahead, Christine.
It's great to connect with you guys.
Yeah, y'all are doing fantastic. You got big smiles on your face even when everything went wrong. We're excited to be a part of the work that God's doing with and through you there, Nathan and Christine. We've got a website, buildnicaragua.org. And visitors, you can check that out to find out about the work, follow the work, be engaged in what's happening. And really, it's an amazing story. Nathan and Christine, you planted Casa de Mi Gloria 11 years ago. It started on the back porch of your house with like 10 people.
That's right. Yeah.
And today, you have 9 campuses with more than 3,000 people.
That's correct. We are seeing a phenomenal growth. There is hunger and thirst for God in this country, and people are coming to God. There's a harvest is ripe, and so we're just delighted to see what God is doing through us and through what God has called us here to do. So
yeah, excited as well to be able to be a part of what God is doing in Nicaragua, and we're excited to be a part as well of builders. And it's great to connect with everyone at this time.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, I know you've got the main campus, Casa de Mi Gloria. Here's what's amazing to me. There's a major project and opportunity there for partnership as you're building the first campus, but the mother church, the church planting church, still meets in a tent.
That's right.
You're equipping your church plants with the facilities they need in the communities to reach the people there. That to me speaks so much of the heart of the church.
Absolutely. Well, we believe in the power of a church in a community to change that community. We love the local church. And when we planted this church, we felt God wanted us to start a new church every year. And so almost every year we've started a new work. The mother church is still, far from being completed in any building structure, but the people are on fire for God. The church is the people, and the emphasis is in the people and what God is doing. So we started these churches in different cities, and we are seeing God move in an incredible way. The newest church is just about a month ago up in the north of the country, about 5 hours from here, from Managua. And, people are having an experience with God, and there's revival in this country.
That's incredible.
Wow.
We're coming up on Mother's Day. Depending on when you're watching this video, we're coming up on Mother's Day. And when he said the mother church, all I could think of is, here is a mom that is planting, no disrespect, Pastor Nathan, but here's a mama that's planting and putting the children first and building them up and giving them opportunities that they would never have on their own. And what an incredible heart that is to I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having such a pastor's heart to not just take care of your church, but to expand the potential and to plant these other churches and to be a part of coming alongside of them and giving them the resources they need for them to be successful, to reach Nicaragua. Just what an incredible heart. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, it's our pleasure. And just to give you a little bit of context, we started Casa de Mi Gloria 11 years ago, the month of February. And the first church we planted was in July. The first daughter church. 4 months after we planted the church in our home. So it is something that we have in our hearts, and we just love doing this. This is a passion that burns within us. And we love that you guys have joined us to reach Nicaragua for Christ.
Yeah. There's 3 particular churches that we're going to focus on with this church planting initiative. And so now, Nathan and Christine, tell us the names of each of those communities.
Okay, so we have one in Tipitapa.
I like saying that, Tipitapa. I can pronounce that one.
Tapa, you can say it fast. It sounds really fun. The other one is Nindiri, another fun one to say, Nindiri, and Ciudad Sandino is the third one.
Now, those are the names of the cities where the churches are in.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
It's Casa de Mi Gloria, Nindiri, Casa de Mi Gloria, in Tipitapa, and Casa de Mi Gloria, Ciudad Sandino. The one in Nindiri is an incredible church. That church just celebrated 7 years since we planted it, 7 years. And that church 2 years ago pioneered another church. They planted another church. So now this is I guess it would be a granddaughter church.
Wow.
Granddaughter church.
Yeah, yeah.
So they did this 2 years ago in another city in Messiah. So basically what we're doing is, you plant a church and then you go down the road a little bit more, you plant another church, you go down the road, plant a church. And so the Nindiri church is tremendous growth. They're having a tremendous impact in that city. And they've got partially of their building done, but they're not waiting to finish their building, just like the mother church. They're continuing to plant churches, and they've got their eyes on other communities where they want to plant other churches. And so, it's part of our DNA in all the churches that we do. It's part of the DNA. It's just plant churches. Jesus said, I will build my church. And it is the people, it is reaching families and having lives transformed. And that's what we're seeing in all these areas. The other church is the one in Tipitapa.
The other one is in Tipitapa. It is only 3 years old, and they're also reaching their community. They are located near a poor community towards the northern part of the country, and they're just doing a great work. They also have just a skeleton structure, just a roof and a metal structure. They don't have any walls at this point, but they are also doing a great work. And the other church is in Ciudad Sandino, and they're meeting under a tent. So they've got a couple of classrooms for the kids that they've been able to build. So they're also moving along, but because Nicaragua is a poor country, it's a little harder to be able to get those funds available.
Yeah. I think it's worth noting Nicaragua, the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. This is a place where $300 a month is on the upper side of the average income, if I understand correctly.
That's right.
And yet to build a building there costs just as much as it would in the United States. So there's a tremendous hurdle of construction. And we're not talking about, the thing I love about the work going on here is these aren't 3 church plants that are sitting there waiting for somebody to help them. They're moving forward and making progress. They have foundations. 2 of them have structures up. We get to stand beside and support congregations that are making it happen and just need a little push to get them over the top of the hill.
That's right. And one of the things that I love about Builders, it is the model of the early church in the book of Acts. It's helping each other expand the kingdom, helping people experience God and being a vessel of a blessing. And you guys have done that to so many people around the world. And we are blessed that you guys are coming into Nicaragua, have a tremendous vision for Latin America. I love Latin America. Latin America is ripe for harvest. There's so many people are coming to God all over Latin America. And this is an area that we need to take advantage of to reach the lost. So you guys are fantastic.
Hey, if anybody that might just be joining, check out buildnicaragua.org and you can be a part of this journey. And, I know that a lot of people are wondering about sending teams, and teams you would work in Nicaragua when the door is open for that, but you can also do the work with or without a team, which is beautiful. You have the team in place on the ground in Nicaragua, but what would you say about construction teams? Will that be a possibility? I know a lot of our community would be interested.
we would love to have teams come in. We'd love that, obviously, because of the COVID-19 situation. That's kind of slowed down some. But we love teams. We have a place where teams can stay. Obviously, they can stay in different lodging areas, hotels, different places. We also have a training center where teams can stay if they're working on a budget. But you know, one of the things is we love to see them come in to see what's going on. They take back. I think a lot of teams come in wanting to be a blessing to others, but they come back changed to the state. So I believe in the power of short missions trips and building teams and medical teams and all kinds of teams. And so we have received them in the past. And obviously we haven't had any this past year, but we are praying for the doors to open. And as soon as any teams can come in, rush to Nicaragua.
Absolutely. You better believe
That's
it.
Good.
Hey, I know that we're excited to be a part of what you're doing, and the work's going to move forward. You've got 3 churches that we're going to be building. Nindiri, say that for me. Nindiri. Okay. Tippy Tapa, I can say that. I'm working on Nindiri. So that one is approximately $20,000 to finish the building. Guess we just, this past weekend, this is exciting for us. We dedicated a church in Ukraine, dedicated a church in Panama, and a church in Honduras, all completed this last week.
Wow.
And it's time to dedicate a church finished in Nicaragua. Let's start right there. And so I believe very soon we'll be celebrating that. So I would say check out buildnicaragua.org. Final thoughts or word, Nathan?
Well, listen, I just want to encourage all of you that are watching, that are part of this, get involved in any way that you can. Be involved in praying, be involved in sending, be involved in going. I think there's so many ways that you can be involved, and God has a plan for all of you. And here in Nicaragua, we are so excited to see what God has in store for these 3 churches. All these 3 churches are beginning to plan their strategy to start other works. And so it's just amazing to see what your giving, your seed, your participation will do. It will be multiplied so many ways in this country. And so thank you so much for being part of this.
Amen.
Beautiful.
Great word, Pastor. It was so great being with you guys today. For those of you, if you haven't yet, check it out, buildnicaragua.org. Click the button to follow the project so you're getting the updates. You'll get special prayer requests. You'll be a part of this project from beginning to end in a very intimate way. It's been such a pleasure to be with you guys. Thank you so much for what you're doing in Nicaragua. Our prayers are with you. We love you guys, and we believe you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bless you. Un abrazo.